Every museum has a rule against touching. In one room of the Louvre, that rule is aimed at a piece of bedding. The sculpture itself is ancient, a Roman marble of a sleeping figure, life-size, turned away from the door, carved after a lost Greek bronze that no one has seen for 2,000 years. Visitors come to look at it. Then something odd happens. Their eyes drift down, and their hands start to move toward the thing underneath, the mattress. It is not ancient. It was carved in 1620 by a 21-year-old as an accessory for 60 scudi. Look at what he did to the surface. There are buttons in it. Real carved buttons, sunk into the marble, and from each one the fabric is pulled down into a knot of creases that spread outward the way tufting always spreads. The edge of the mattress does not sit flat. It rolls, it compresses. Along the length of the body it dips, and where the hip presses hardest, the stone gives way in a shallow trough, as if something with weight had been lying there long enough to leave a mark. None of this can happen. Marble does not deform. It has no give, no memory, no capacity to record the pressure of a body. Every dent in that surface is a fiction that had to be worked out in advance and then cut, permanently, into a block that could never take it back. The two halves of this object are separated by 1,500 years. The figure is Roman, probably 2nd century, and by the time it came out of the ground in Rome, it needed repairs. A restorer named David Larique handled that work in 1620, patching the nose and the feet. The bed was a separate commission, in different stone, and if you look closely, you can find the line where the modern marble meets the ancient. Bernini had to make weight look continuous across a real seam. Here is how he did it. He did not lay the body on the mattress. He hollowed the mattress out. There is a depression carved into the top of it, shaped to receive the figure, so that the sleeper sinks into the bedding rather than resting on top of it. The illusion of weight is a hole, cut in advance, and everything around it is arranged to look like displaced stuffing. Once you see it, you cannot unsee it. The most convincing thing in the room is an absence. 60 scudi was not a great deal of money. A field laborer in Rome earned somewhere near 50 scudi in a year. A skilled mason, perhaps 85. The fee for this mattress sat somewhere between the two. A decorator's rate, a job of work, the price of a fixture. 2 years later, the same patron paid the same young man 1,000 scudi for Apollo and Daphne. The mattress cost 1/16 of the masterpiece. The hardest part of it is not the buttons. It is the physics between them. A tufted surface is held down at fixed points, and every crease in the cloth has to originate from one of those points and travel outward under consistent tension. Get one fold wrong, send one crease in a direction the fabric could not have gone, and the eye stops reading textile and starts reading rock. There is no correction available. Marble does not permit revision. Then there is the matter of lifting the cloth free of the mass. A fold only looks like a fold if it casts its own shadow, which means undercutting, driving the drill and the chisel back underneath the edge until the stone overhangs itself. It is the most fracture-prone operation in the craft, and it is the only way to make something look soft. The man who ordered all this was Cardinal Scipione Borghese, a papal nephew with an enormous income and a taste for staging. He collected aggressively and displayed theatrically. Scholars who have studied how the piece was originally kept suggest it sat in a carved walnut chest so that access to it could be controlled, and the moment of seeing it could be given or withheld. He was not buying a sculpture, he was building a reveal. And the sculpture rewards close looking in ways that keep multiplying. The left foot of the figure is slightly raised, and where it lifts, it catches the sheet. There is a line of tension running out from under the toes, a drag in the marble that has no purpose except to prove the fabric is flexible. Then the finish. The flesh and the bedding are polished to different degrees, worked with different abrasives, so that light scatters off each one differently. Skin has a sheen. The mattress has the dull nap of satin, that has lost its luster. Two materials, one stone, distinguished by nothing but the way they take light. This is not a trick that fades with familiarity. It has been documented for centuries. In 1700, a French visitor named François Raguenet wrote about the strangeness of it, the hardness of the marble, resisting where it would have been natural to believe the finger would sink in. Some decades later, the magistrate Charles de Brosses saw it and put the matter more plainly. To look at it and pass a hand over it, he wrote, "It is not marble." They were not describing a sculpture. They were describing a failed prediction. The eye had already decided the surface was soft, and the hand went to check. In 1774, the Borghese family had a second sleeping figure of the same type, sitting in a cellar. They commissioned a sculptor named Andrea Bergondi to bring it out and complete it, and the payment record survives, 250 scudi, on the 12th of July, for the restoration of the statue with a mattress, a cushion, and folds. An imitation, a copy of Bernini's idea, made because the original had become the thing everyone talked about. It cost more than 4 times what Bernini was paid for the real one, and it turned out to be necessary. In 1807, the Borghese antiquities were sold to France under an imperial decree, and the original left Rome for Paris and never came back. The substitute went upstairs and took its place. Rome kept the pose, kept the body, kept the bed. It could not keep the hand that carved it. There are around 20 ancient versions of this figure scattered across the world. The one in Paris is not the best preserved. Its fingers are missing. There is a chip in the cheek. The antiquity, the reason the whole object exists, is damaged. The mattress is intact. Whatever Bernini was doing in that workshop at 21, it was not restoration, and it was not decoration. He took the least important element of somebody else's sculpture and made it the element that people cross a museum to reach. So which is it? A humiliation, carefully disguised. The finest carver of his generation paid a laborer's wage to build furniture for a dead Greek's copy, listed alongside the man who patched the nose, or the only victory that was ever available. He never tried to outcarve antiquity. Nobody wins that. He put it to sleep instead, and 15 centuries of reputation lay down on his work, and every hand in the room still goes to his half of the stone. The marble does not answer. It just refuses your finger.